Hello everyone, this is the Dead Man signing in. Today, of course, I am going on to my only profile currently, Thy Nameless, and I'm going to be fighting Dark Eater Midir. Of course, the weapons I will be using are the custom-made soul cannons, made by Papa Appa himself, the sole developer of this mod. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and say thank you, Appa, again for this awesome mod. I look forward to the patches to come. And before we get right into it, I'll be trying on a little cosplay for anyone who wants to make their character look like the Good Hunter, but can't exactly because all of the Bloodborne sets haven't been added yet. If you want to do a sort of Bloodborne cosplay in the mod, you can buy the Hunter hat, the chest piece of the Foom Knight armor, the Penetrator gauntlets, and the Burial Knight leggings. Once you have those 4 items, which I believe all of them cost 200 at this moment, 200 souls, you can do a sort of cosplay of a Bloodborne Hunter. Until we get all the sets in, of course. And Papa Appa, I just want to say I'm looking forward to the new armor sets in the future. I know right now you're focusing more on the gameplay and the map redesigns, and I'm excited for the new challenges to come. Honestly, you have your own way of drawing people into this game, into this mod, bringing a more life and actual fulfilling challenge to it. For one, you actually add real, worthwhile rewards at the end of each challenge that I've faced so far. And I appreciate that. It's sort of a high risk, high reward type system, and I hope it's implemented more in the future. In the base game of Dark Souls, it wasn't really like that. It was more, you finally win after dying so many times, so you don't have to face that boss again. And here's your reward, a few 100,000 souls. That's about it. Maybe a boss weapon that you have access to a few of the abilities of, but more nerfed down abilities. In this mod, you don't have to worry about that, and I think it's going to become more prominent as development goes on. So we have that to look forward to. So here's the Bloodborne makeshift cosplay. Again, not really the Good Hunter, but close. Now I'm going to try on a sort of Crusader armor set, I think it is. This armor set kind of goes well with the soul cannons. And I lost a few times to Midir, but I clipped those fights out. I've only included one fight where I've lost, and the other that I succeeded in defeating Midir in. So, we're going to move on to that. And again, I will leave the time to the beginning of the actual fight that I win against Midir in the comments section down below. Now, I defeat Midir, I'm going to say this right now, I defeat Midir using the Flame Belch. And Papa Appa told me in the comment section on his last live stream that he was going to fix the Flame Belch and how it left you in place after using it, but honestly, I think it doesn't need to be a priority right now because it works as a finisher move, to me, anyway. And it really is only sort of glitched out when you use it on bosses. Against regular enemies like Lothric Knights and Hollows and other small enemies that are similar to your size, it is a momentary belch of fire. But on bosses and the Harald Legion, for some reason, it is a prolonged fire attack until they're dead. And of course it leaves you in place, but again, I think it works as a finishing move when your enemies are at like a quarter health, like the bosses or the tougher enemies, more titanic enemies like the Herald Legion or demons. Other than that, though, the soul cannons are completely balanced. Again, these are basically handheld artillery, meant for strategic players that plan out their attacks beforehand. I'm going to be using different weapons in the future after I'm done taking on the arduous bosses like Gundyr. Leave down in the comments section below if you want me doing playthroughs of this mod in the future, if you're interested. But for right now, I'm only doing fights against the bosses, building up to the new bosses that Papa Appa has added to this recreation of Dark Souls 3. The next weapon I'm going to be using and trying to level up is the Lord Gwyn's sword from Dark Souls 1. Now, as you can see here, the cannons do 283 damage to Midir's body, and they do 500 to 600 damage on his head when you make a direct hit. And of course, like others, you can perform the Flame Pillar attack, and if you do it right, it will cause successive damage on him up to 1,000 or 1,300. Does about 567 damage with a direct hit to his head. Now, in the previous video, I'm not sure if I was heard or not because I did not properly modify the audio. But Papa Appa, again, you don't have to fulfill this request. It's just a question. I just wanted to ask if you can maybe think about adding Warhammer-esque armor and weapons into the game, because the idea just came to me in when I was wielding these cannons, and I just it occurred to me, like, Space Marines, whether they're Chaos Space Marines or Astartes, they were always lugging around big, bulky cannon weaponry. Like, even their rifles are handheld cannons. So, but you're adding a lot of stuff to the mod already, and I'm just looking forward to that. Mostly to the Skull Grim Reaper type armor. I'm about to die here right now to Midir's laser breath attack. So, yeah, this is where I clip the video, edit it out because I lose another 2 times. Yeah, there we go. So this is going to be the fight I win against Midir, and I will mostly be relying on the fire breath, which he is surprisingly weak to. But yeah, if I was going to like ask for anything, I would ask for mostly like, you know, enemies that fight against one another, not just focused on you. And that's really pretty much it. That and skull armor of some kind, but that'll be pretty much fulfilled when I can access the Dark Wraith armor and the new Necromancer armor you're coming out with, so I'm just really excited for that. So as you can see with that, I've taken away more than half of Midir's health already, and brought him into the second stage. But that's only because I was lucky enough for him to actually stand still long enough for me to do that much damage. So yeah, I don't know if Papa Appa is going to modify this like every single boss fight too. I mean, most likely he's doing so much to just the Church of Faith right now. I imagine he's going to get to other boss fights as well and other areas. I can't wait to see how he modifies the Ringed City, honestly. It's going to be exciting. Maybe instead of fighting on a Midir on a corpse pile, we're fighting him in sort of like underground city ruins, kind of like the Sunken City from the Dark Souls 2 DLC. And he makes Midir look more like sickly with green poisonous veins running along his body. Like the Poison Dragon. That'd be really cool. That'd be a cool boss fight right there. I mean, he just looks so much more intimidating. But yeah, I look forward to... with this, you don't know what's coming to the mod next. I mean, his streams, the way he's modified the Church of Faith alone has blown my mind. So, yeah, all of you watching this video, go check out his mod, and yeah, I'm looking forward to new features to come. Papa Appa, keep up the hard work. And this is the Dead Man, signing off.